Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you, reviewing and letting you know all about the TS-453Be NAS drive, and I've got it right here. It's my little baby, and this, guys, is probably the best value. I'm always saying that, best value. It is the best value 4-bay NAS you can get, and I'm saying this because I've actually tested it and I've compared it to other brands out there. For more than what they're selling this, you get the same processor but no upgradability. Look at this guy here has a PCIe slot. What that means is you can turn this budget, cheap as chips NAS 4 bays into a 10 GBE NAS drive. That's right, you can get performance similar to this beast, which costs about $1,000 more, in this little baby unit. Now there are some negatives. The processor in this beast, this is the TVS472XT. It's got Pentium Gold processor. It's a Thunderbolt 3 built in. It's got 10 GBE built in. This one has a Celeron processor, which other brands put them in their enterprise grade NAS units for some reason. But anyway, you get a Celeron grade NAS, which means it runs slightly slower. What that means is, after I've upgraded it, installed a 10 GBE PCIe expansion card in the back, and you can do it with this version. Other brands, like I said, they don't give you a PCIe slot. You need to pay 4 figures for performance like that. This is a 3-figure NAS drive. After I installed the 10 GBE, the maximum performance I could get out of it was around 5 GBE, about 500 megabytes a second, and that's using a 4-bay RAID 0 Iron Wolf Pro drives. That's the best I can get out of it. Whereas if I run a RAID 0 setup inside this beast, I get 10 GBE speeds, 1000 megabytes a second. So there is a performance penalty by opting for a slower CPU. But are you really going to be getting 500 megabytes a second? For me, I run a RAID 6 configuration. What that means is I have 2 drives spare just for emergencies. If one of the drive fails, I can rebuild the data from the other drives. So that's how I like to rock my boat. Probably you guys are going to do the same. And for that level RAID 6, these guys run about the same performance-wise. With RAIDs, there's something called rebuilding and synchronizing, and something you do a scrub once a month. Ideally, it does run slightly slower on this one, but for the price, this is 3 times cheaper than that. And you can easily throw in a 10 GBE card at the back, an extra $100, and you got yourself a nice, portable, tiny, small, light solution. You can take it out and about with you. And even nowadays, you get USB 5 GBE adapters, so you can plug in a 5 GBE adapter in the back of the NAS in the USB ports, and you can have a multi-bay editing rig on the go, portable, quiet, light, all that kind of stuff. Speaking of quietness, the main noise that comes out of these units is the hard drives. They are the most noisiest, but I gotta say the fans in this guy are slightly louder than my 8-bay NAS unit. But to be honest, that isn't the noise that you're going to be hearing. The noise that you're going to be hearing is coming out of the hard drives. So overall, just looking at the competition and the landscape, for this price, over here in Australia, it's about $650, okay? Yeah? This guy, okay, this is $1,800, but you get Thunderbolt 3 connectivity out of the box. You get 10 GBE out of the box. Is a beast, a nice big processor, but look at it. $1,000 more cheaper than this. You can upgrade it, 10 GBE card, and you're set. So I gotta say, this is a really good value NAS drive. I gotta recommend it, especially for guys that are up and coming in the NAS game. They probably have lots of external hard drives like you maybe, and you wanna just get into your My First NAS. This is a more than capable My First NAS, and make sure you get this one over some of the more competitively priced models out there. Like I've seen a Synology for $680. Exact same CPU as this guy, exact same 4 bays as this guy, except what it lacks is an upgrade slot. What that means is, in the future, when you want to go from 1 GBE or 2 GBE into the realms of faster than 5 GBE, you won't be able to do that without selling your NAS and upgrading your NAS. And speaking of which, the software, so QTS software, surprisingly, it runs exactly the same on all of the NAS drives I have. For example, you can still run hybrid backup sync, so you can upload your data to Google Drive, Dropbox, all that stuff as a backup. You can run file systems, you can set up an SSD caching if you install an upgrade card like one of these. So there's no limitations there. Of course, the limitation again is the processor and the RAM. So if you want to do virtualization, running your own VMs, I recommend, again, a faster processor. But for the price, I gotta say, I was more than impressed with this NAS unit because I previously had a really bad experience with Celeron and Atom processors from another brand, and it almost put me off NAS drives altogether. But the performance I'm getting out of this one, you don't get 10 GBE when you upgrade it, you get 5 GBE, but for the price, amazing. Kind of rambled on there. So guys, what do you guys think about this beautiful NAS drive? Will you be getting a NAS drive yourself, RAID, all that kind of goodness? Let me know in the comment section below, and hope you guys enjoyed the show.